Mafia, everyone. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Even if this ain't your first time here, still hit that subscribe button and hit that bell because I didn't start dropping a lot of content. So when I drop it, you'll be alerted. But anyways, let's get right into this. What the hell is going on at the North Pole? Who the hell is they? Because it's something beyond the Mzungu that's ordering them to do all this crazy nonsense. But they are hiding something. Not just at the south perimeter, and I say perimeter because it's an ice wall and it's land beyond that. But they're hiding something at the north too. Or could it be the south? Because I don't know if you've been under a rock lately, but now it's coming out that they lied about the maps. North is south, and south is north. Not only that, east is west and west is east. Now, if you look at the map we have now, Upper Egypt is actually in South Egypt with the map now. But if you reverse the map, South Egypt is Upper Egypt, and Upper Egypt is north, headed away from the center of the plain. The center of the plain out is north, headed back towards the center right here. Well, I got my mouse. Let me click it for you. That is the so-called North Pole with a big magnetic mountain in the middle. That's where all the compasses point. Even if you go to the South Pole, the so-called South Pole, which is north, by the way, but let's just keep it south so I don't confuse anybody. Even if you go to the South Pole, your compass is going to point to this because that thing is at the center of the plane. We don't stay on no freaking ball. Unless you grasp the concept of the flat earth, you'll never get this. This cannot happen on a freaking ball. But let's just start off with the book of Enoch. Enoch chapter 18, verse 6 through 12. And I went towards the south. The south would be Antarctica today. He went towards the south. So if the maps are in reverse, he went towards this. He went towards that. Let me see, can I get a flat earth picture up here? There we go. This is what I need right here. So right here is the center. This is what we're seeing right here. That's the center. That is Rupes Nigra. That's what they call this thing. Mount Heru is what some people call it. But it's Rupes Nigra. It's supposedly at the center of the plane here. So out here going this way is north. Okay? North. If you're out here, you're going to go south. Even if you're right here, you're going to go north. North, that way, coming out. North. They didn't flip the damn maps on us. Where they got north is here. Even the book of Enoch testifies to that. And I went to the south, and it was burning day and night. It's burning day and night, where there are 7 mountains of precious stone. 3 towards the east, 3 towards the south. And those towards the east were colored stones. And one was of pearl, and one of healing stone, and those towards the south of red stone. In the middle, one reached to the heavens. What reached to the heavens? This thing. People are claiming this thing so high that clouds have to go around it. Even if you pull up Google Earth and you zoom into the North Pole, you'll see a little space. That is that thing because the clouds are going around it, but they're hiding that. This is Rupes Nigra from Google Map. They're trying to hide this. Look at the vortex. Look at that. Now, this also where you get your northern lights from, also. Because you remember Enoch could say the mountains was of fire. The fire was the northern lights. You know, ancient times they're gonna say fire. They're not gonna say northern lights. But look at this. Look at this. They got the lands hidden now, but you can't hide that cloud cover. This dude is trying to zoom in on it. He's trying to get a good angle. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, this thing's so high that the clouds have to go around it. Look at that. You can't even cover it. Look at that. Look at the wind stream. That's it right here. That's Rupes Nigra. Wow. That's it right there, man. And they trying to hide it. See how they got the land drawn? Now they drew these lines out, right? For the land. But the four continents up here around Rupes Nigra, you know, because all the water empty right around this. It's continents here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they just erased them. That's Rupes Nigra. That is the magnetic mountain. Man, they fucking they mind us bad, and we allowing it. Let's continue. And towards the east, okay, where I'm at. In the middle, one reached to heaven, like the throne of the Lord of Stibium, whatever that is, ancient word. And at the top, and at the top was a throne of sapphire. And at the top of the throne was, hold on, let me get this right now. And at the top of the throne was of sapphire. And the middle reached to heaven, like the throne of the Lord of Stibium. And the top of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw burning fire, and that was in all the mountains. Burning fire in all the mountains. Let's go back. Where this thing at? Let's hold on. Where my video at? What is this? What is that around this thing? Mountains. See the mountain ridges? Look at that. And I saw a place there beyond the great earth where the waters gathered. Bruh, come on. This shit is deep, man. Waters ain't gonna gather the way the hell out here. They all gonna gather at a small point here. You can see right here, back in the 16th century, the maps of the famous cartographer was posthumously published. Amongst this huge work, there was a map that will give us an incredible insight of the knowledge of the Arctic polar world in the Middle Ages. Now, they're hiding this right now. Now, let's go all the way down. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this. Of course, you've been seeing this. I done showed that part right there already. So what we need right here is the whirlpool underneath the Black Mountain. Okay, let's get into it. In the middle, McCarter represented 4 islands separated by rivers located at 4 cardinal corners. In the center, an enormous black mountain, the Rupes Nigra, or the Black Rock, a huge mountain of magnetite. Its imposing presence at the North Pole was to explain why compasses needles point north. Now, this was published several hundred years ago. However, McCarter was mildly convinced by this magnetic rock location. Therefore, he added another magnetic mountain after the Strait of Enoch, north of the Bering Strait, supposed to be the true north. So let's continue. Let's go on down. As you can see right here, Of course, there's Rupes Nigra in the center. On the map, the rivers that separate the islands, you see the rivers right there, that separate the islands, make the waters of the ocean converge in the center. I said that before. This is where all the waters meet, just like Enoch said. This is where they meet. Say that one more time. On the map, the rivers separate the islands, make the water of the oceans converge in the center before disappearing in a large whirlpool that flows underneath Rupes Nigra, the mountain, and ending up being absorbed in the center of the earth where they evaporate, thus avoiding the oceans to overflow. So that's why the oceans never overflow. They won't tell you this. All this is hidden. The representation of things probably comes from the account of a few explorers who, like Martin Frobisher, had sailed in Arctic waters, witnessing underwater currents so strong no wind allowed sailing against the current. So that's all I'm going to give there. Now, as you know, Enoch said, let's look at Rupes Nigra here. Enoch said the waters converged there, and then he talked about the insides of the earth. So he went here, then he went inside of the earth where the waters evaporated. But he explained the inside of the earth. Man, this is crazy. Not out here. The waters don't gather out here. They always going to gather here. 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 That's where they're coming at, here. And I saw a deep chasm of the earth, deep into the earth, with pillars of heavenly fire, and I saw among them fiery pillars of the heaven, which were fallen, and as regard both height and depth, they was immeasurable. And beyond that which was in the earth, beyond that, I saw a place, and it had neither the sky above nor the foundation of the earth below. There was no water. This is below where we at now, below this plain. And no birds, but it was a desert place. Let's go back up here. And I saw a place beyond the great earth where the waters gathered. Oh, man. Now, this is old Russian footage from the Russian KGB, allegedly over the North Pole. Now, what is this vortex? As you can see, something is going into it. I don't know if those clouds or water. Now, from the height that they're at, it appears that it could be water. But look what's happening in the center. And see, this is what I be talking about. This is the stuff they're keeping from us. And see, this is what this thing is looking like up here. Something like this. That's what's going on up there. The water is going down into the earth. That's what's happening at the North Pole. This is the stuff they're keeping from us, man. This is the stuff they... Y'all hear that thunder? Listen to that. Wow. Hmm. Am I telling the truth? Huh? Come on, this is right here in the book of Enoch, man. Right here in the book of Enoch. Let's get some context to this. Let me go back. Let me get a little context to this. Rupes Nigra. The Black Rock of Phantom Island was believed to be a black rock located at magnetic north, or the North Pole itself. Described by Mercator, he's an explorer, 33 French miles in size. It purportedly explained why all compasses point to this location. The idea came from lost work title Inventio Fortuna, and the island featured on the map from the 16th and 17th centuries included those of Guerreras, Mercator, and his successors. Mercator described the island in 1577 letter to John D. Wow. Let's continue. In the midst of the four countries is a whirlpool into which there empty their four enduring seas, which divided the north. Right here. All the waters coming in through these outlets. Oof. And the water rushed around and descended into the earth, just as if one was pouring it through a filter funnel. It is 4 degrees wide on every side of the pole, which is to say 8 degrees altogether, except that right under the pole there lies a bare rock in the midst of the sea. A bare rock. What bare rock? This one. Its circumference is almost 33 French miles, and it is all of magnetic stone. So, bro, they hiding all of this from us. Do I believe this? Hell yeah, I believe it. I mean, this is drawn up on all the ancient maps. And the freaking maps are upside down. They're upside down. Because this is north. This is crazy. Bro, it's a lot of information. I'm trying not to drag this video out, but I got one more video to share with you guys, and then I'm going to close it out. So check this one out that I tripped on just now. I was getting ready to end the video, but I tripped on this, so I got to cut it into the video and share it. But check this out.
What if I told you that this is far from the truth? Not only is the North Pole home to the most exceedingly high mountain in the world, Mount Zion, the mountain of God, which is spoken about all throughout the Bible, it is also home to paradise, the Garden of Eden, which is still here to this day. Now prepare for a big awakening. This is one of the first ever maps created of the North Pole in the 1500s. I want you to focus on the middle here. You have a mountain.
Pay attention. He said the 1500s, right? So the map that I showed is the same one. The map is over 500 years old. 500 years old.
With a river coming out of it, and then you have 4 rivers coming out of that river in the middle. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads.
What?
So you have the river flowing out of Eden, which is directly under Mount Zion, and then you have the 4 rivers parting from that one big river. A lot of people.
Then in the Bible, the devil took the Christ up on a mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world. That could have only happened here on Rupes Nigra if the mountain is above clouds and the wind pattern. That's the highest point, and it's in the center of the plain. So if the story is true, that's where Christ was at. And all he had to do was spin around and just look at all the kingdoms of the earth.
People think that God took the Garden of Eden to heaven, but why would he be guarding it with cherubims and a flaming sword if it was in heaven? Now back to the map, that mountain in the middle, it is called the Rupes Nigra. It's straight from Wikipedia. Rupes Nigra means black rock. Rupes Nigra is a black rock magnetic mountain located at the North Pole. Funny how the biggest investment company in the world is BlackRock. They know the.
Let me pause this. Look right above his head. Over $9 trillion in assets this company is responsible for. $9 trillion. This company basically run almost every bank in the world, and their name is BlackRock. Do the math.
Truth. Not to mention, Rupes Nigra is 33 French miles wide. Remember who loves the number 33? The Freemasons.
Oh,
So soon after this map came out, the map started looking like this. Unknown region. What is that?
yeah, what is that?
Here's your NASA satellite footage. Just a couple of big black holes in the center. Oh, nothing to see
Let me
here.
stop it here. Let me get back.
So here I am.
Thanks everybody for watching the video. And once again, I tell you all the time, don't believe me. Do your own research. Do your own research. Don't believe nothing I say. I'm just sharing the information that came across me. I had to do my own research, and I'm still researching this. But it's evident that something is being hidden. It's evident. The evidence is undisputed. How can you argue that something ain't been hidden at the North and the South Pole? It's like we in a container. We got the military up top, we got the military at the bottom. It sounds like prison wardens. I keep saying we're in a freaking prison, but you guys don't want to believe me. But look, do your own research. That's all I got. Hola, hola. Till tomorrow. Peace.